Welcome to chemistry classes. Today we are going to see a very important topic in photochemistry, that is Jablonski diagram. Before going to the details about Jablonski diagram, we need to understand a difference between ground state and excited state. Ground state is the lowest energy state in which the electrons are arranged in an anti-parallel fashion. Now, there are two ways in which the electrons can go from the lower energy state to the higher energy state. In the first case, the electrons can go to the highest energy state without changing the spin of the electron. Without changing the spin of the electron. Therefore, the total spin is calculated as plus half plus minus half is equal to 0. And the spin multiplicity ms is calculated as 2s plus 1, where s is the total spin of the electron, 2 into 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, it is represented as singlet excited state. Singlet excited state S1. In the second case, the electrons can move from the ground state to the highest energy state with a change in the spin of the electron. With a change in the spin of the electron. Therefore, total spin S is equal to plus half plus half is equal to 1, and the multiplicity ms is equal to 2 into 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, and is represented as triplet excited state. Now we can see that two excited state. First one is the singlet excited state and second one is the triplet excited state. Now we can see that there are two excited states, a singlet excited state and a triplet excited state. Let's see Jablonski diagram. When light falls on the substances absorb light radiation and it goes to the higher energy state. That is, molecule absorb light radiation and goes from the ground state to the excited state. And this absorption process is very fast and it is carried out within a time scale of 10 to the power minus 15 seconds. Now there are various ways by which the excited electrons can come back to the ground state, and the first one is the non-radiative transition and another one is the radiative transition. First one is the intersystem crossing. In intersystem crossing, the energy is utilizing in changing the spin of the electron. That means the intersystem crossing takes place between the states of different multiplicity. According to selection rule, and this transition is forbidden but do occur with a very slow rate, and it is carried out within a time scale of 10 to the power minus 10 to 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. And the second case is the internal conversion. Internal conversion IC. In internal conversion, energy is dissipated through molecular collision, or the energy is dissipated in the form of heat, and it is carried out within a time scale of 10 to the power minus 11 to 10 to the power minus 9 seconds. There is another way in which the excited electron can come back to the ground state without emission of radiation, and the excited electron can come in contact with another particle and the energy is dissipated in the form of a vibrations or collision, and this process is termed as vibrational relaxation. Energy is dissipated in the form of vibrations or rotation. All these process, that is intersystem crossing, internal conversion and vibrational relaxation, all are vibrational relaxation. All are come under category non-radiative relaxation. Non-radiative relaxation or non-radiative transition. That means the molecules from the excited state come to the ground state without the emission of radiation. Now let's see different types of radiative transition. First one is the fluorescence. Fluorescence is when a molecule in the singlet excited state, the molecule in the singlet excited state come down to the ground state with the emission of radiation. And this process will continue until the removal of source of excitation. Until the removal of source of excitation. That means the fluorescence and absorption and fluorescence both have a mirror image relationship. When we stop the absorption process, the fluorescence process automatically will finish. The process of fluorescence will complete within a time order of 10 to the power minus 10 to 10 to the power minus 7 second. And it is a fast process. It is a fast process. Then moving to phosphorescence, when the molecule returns to the ground state from the triplet excited state. From the triplet excited state. Molecule come back to the ground state from the triplet excited state with the emission of radiation is known as phosphorescence. And this is a slow process. Means when we stop the source of excitation, the phosphorescence process still continue. The phosphorescence process. Therefore, phosphorescence is otherwise known as delayed emission. Phosphorescence is otherwise known as delayed emission. And the phosphorescence emission is carried out in a time scale of 10 to the power minus 3 to 10 to the power 1 second. So the major difference between fluorescence and phosphorescence is, first one is fluorescence is the immediate emission of light and phosphorescence is the delayed emission of light. And the molecule come back to the ground state from S1 to S0. In the case of phosphorescence, molecule is come back to the S0 from the triplet state T1. And the time taken for this fluorescent process is 10 raised to minus 10 to 10 raised to minus 7, and those for phosphorescence is 10 raised to minus 3 to 10 raised to 1. And the example for fluorescence is calcium fluoride and mercuric vapors, and example for phosphorescence is zinc sulfide and barium sulfide. Thus we conclude the Jablonski diagram. Molecules goes from the ground state to excited state. The process is known as absorption, and a non-radiative transition into system crossing, internal conversion and a vibrational relaxation, and the radiative transition, fluorescence and phosphorescence.